Hey guys, so Vinyl Nerd just released a reaction video to one of my videos. And just like I said, I told you guys the next time he reacted to one of my videos, I would react to his reaction. Well, I'm doing it. He dared me to do this, so here we go.
Hey guys, gonna be reacting to yet another video from Windchime Lover, Mr. Christmas Lover. I've been doing a lot of these lately, so I
Yeah,
think I need to
we
cool it with
really
these
have.
reaction videos for a while
Yeah.
because I don't want these reaction videos completely taking over my channel.
Me neither.
I'm probably gonna start posting less pretty soon, anyways, just in general,
Aw.
because I'll probably be busy. But so yeah, after this one, I'll probably do these reaction videos less, or at least I'll try to.
Yeah, we'll try to. Hey guys, it's a little bit windy, and the spring peeper's calling. In the
Now that I thought about it, I think I actually heard one. Not in my backyard, but I think at school I heard one
Cool.
about a week or two ago. So
That's
they're
good.
definitely around. Still waiting for the tree frogs to come back, though.
Wind ha- uh, as for the Coast Gray tree frog, at least in my grandma's area, because I don't have them at my house. I have the regular gray tree frogs at my house, but my grandma has the Coast Gray tree frog. They don't usually start in her area until, like, I think last year it was like April 30th or something. Yeah, it's real late usually. Let's change directions. It looks like it's okay. Yeah, so it looks like it might be coming from like that way now, according to what the
I hear the peeper.
radar says. Yeah, it was calling a lot. Wow, that frog's doing really good tonight. It really
I find it
was.
interesting that there's only one because aren't spring peepers a species of chorus frog?
Yeah, they are. And yeah, wait, what am I trying to say? Yeah, they are a chorus frog. Yes, they are.
Because I know chorus frogs, they usually come in large groups, so I find it interesting that there's just the
Yeah,
one.
me too, honestly. But I'm glad I have one.
I know there was one time recently where my area just had the one upland chorus frog that was hanging around.
Oh,
There were just no others that seemed to have been around that time, just the one. So I mean,
just
I guess it's not unusual.
yeah, it's really not. I mean, I've been to ponds before where there'll be a bunch in like a group together, and then all of a sudden, like, you walk a little bit, and then there'll be one all by itself.
I wonder if the spring peeper is the one he most commonly hears in his area.
Uh, it is one I hear a lot. This is the first frog I've ever heard around my house, though. Most of the time, I have to go, like, other places, other ponds to hear frogs at all. So I know the American toad's one I hear a lot. The gray tree frogs, and at my grandma's, the Cope's gray tree frogs, the mountain chorus frogs, and the green frogs at my house, and the American bullfrogs at my house I've heard, and the pickerel frogs I've heard around my house before. Well, I shouldn't say around my house, but at ponds in my area. Anyway, yeah, the wind pattern has changed. I like when the wind direction changes, because not only do you get a new direction, but you also get a different pattern. Like, some chimes blow more than others.
Yeah,
Like right now, this one's blowing a lot. Yeah, that chime was getting blown a lot.
I don't know if you saw my last video, but I moved the festival chime that I got.
Yeah, I
I
saw
moved
that
that because,
video.
well, for one, I thought it would be cool to have it with my other new wind chime, just have it with my Music of the Spears. but also because it just wasn't catching enough wind where I had it, and whenever it did catch a little bit of a breeze, it was hard to hear it because the other chimes were just so
My festive chime is real quiet too, especially the newer one. The older one is much louder, I've noticed.
much louder, just over the crimping bells and the wind pedal chime, and I think the a sarin chime. It was just hard to hear it over all of those. So
Yeah, I think those
yeah, I
chimes are just
just wanted
louder
to
in
have the
general than
so I
festive
just so thought it'd
chimes.
be nice to have both of the newer ones in that one spot. That way they could just that way they're not competing so much with my older chimes. I used the word older. A lot of them aren't. I haven't even had for that long.
For again. Chimes of Ireland's blowing a little bit.
I definitely want to get that one eventually. I know the chimes that have the images on the wind catcher. I definitely uh, would like to have a few of those.
Yeah, me
I
too.
know the because I have the Province, and I know I am eventually going to get the chimes of Bavaria. That is confirmed. I don't
The one from your grandma?
know when, but it is confirmed that that will eventually happen. The chimes of Tuscany, Ireland, and the Tudor Rose Chime Queen. I
Yeah,
definitely like
that's a
to get if
cool
I could find
one.
one available. It's so damn rare now, though. I wouldn't get the princess though because that one sounds identical to the Charms of Provence, and I already have that one.
Yeah, that one's kind of
Uh,
pointless to get.
and then the Star Spangled Banner, the original Star Spangled Banner, that one would be cool to have.
That's a good one.
Now they actually changed that one because originally it didn't. It was just a classic style chime, and
I was about to say the same thing. Like the Woodstock Chimes video on YouTube of the Star Spangled Banner, I don't remember them showing an engraving on the wind catcher on that video. So yeah, it didn't used to have an engraving on it, but I guess later on they changed it so it did.
nothing more than that. But then later on, they added an image of the American flag onto it, and
Yeah,
I
and I
think that
like
was
that.
actually really cool. I like the fact that they did that.
I agree.
But then, of course, they discontinued it, which
Yep.
I think is very disrespectful.
Yep.
Also, the simple gifts chime; those are
Oh, I
also very
love
rare. But I would
those.
love to have. I love
They have that old bluesy type sound to them, if you know what I mean.
the large simple gifts chime. I probably wouldn't get the medium one though. I'm not a huge fan of the medium, but I love the large
Really?
one.
I love both of them.
It's I just always find it funny when my opinions vary. Just I don't know. I just think it's funny. These two chimes that have the same tuning, just one's bigger than the other, and yet have such mixed. I have different opinions on each one. Just I think the large one is great, but then just the medium one is kind of eh. I have
Yeah.
the same opinions on the mindfulness chimes though. I mean, I've never loved the mindfulness chimes.
I
But
like
I
the
definitely
mindfulness
like the
chimes.
large one.
What I found interesting about those is that the large mindfulness chime has 9 tubes while the medium has 8, which that's just I've always found that kind of interesting.
The
I wonder why
medium.
they did that.
I mean, I like that one too. It's just not a favorite of mine.
The large is definitely better. I wouldn't mind getting the
I
large
love those
mindfulness.
lights. Those are really cool.
Yeah, I love
Oh
them
yeah,
too.
you may have noticed something. I can't believe I didn't say anything. We took down the fence, as you guys can tell.
Oh,
Yeah, it's back over there now.
Um, because we need more room around the hot tub.
So yeah, we have no fence there anymore, except for the one panel of it that's left
I never even
right
noticed the
there.
hot tub before.
That big thing with the cover on it, that's the hot tub.
That's what he said.
And yes, just like Vinyl Nerd said, I saw the video he posted. We're also supposed to be getting a cold snap too. It's supposed to,
Son of a bitch! Oh my god, this damn Weber, I swear it's
I
so
know, I hate it.
bipolar. Oh my god. Well, I'm not the only one then.
Nope, you're definitely
Ay,
not the only
ay, ay,
one.
ay. Great, now I'm pissed. I'm not looking forward to the cold snap that's supposed to be hitting my area
Me neither.
because it'll be on days where I have to be outside because
Well,
it'll
that
be during
sucks.
school days because I'll be back in college from spring break by then. So, that really sucks.
Yep.
And I like going outside while I'm there because there's a pond at that school, and I like going to feed the ducks and geese. And if I do that during Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'll be standing there freezing my ass off.
Same. I like going outside too, and now this cold weather's gonna ruin it all.
I'm so over winter.
Me too.
Just let this just make the
What the frick
season
was
go
that
away,
noise?
please. I'm over it. I want warmth.
Get down to 19 degrees. I think it was either Monday or Tuesday night, which
Yeah,
just
I think I'm supposed to get even worse than he is.
I'm so over winter weather. I
Same.
just want it to get warm and stay warm for the rest of
I expected Final Nerd to have a bigger reaction, honestly, when I said 19 degrees. I figured he'd be like, "Oh my god," or something, you know?
the year.
Same.
It just it pisses me off so much.
Same.
We have weather that's in the 80
Same.
degrees, and now all of a sudden it's going to start doing this crap again.
Yeah, I think on Wednesday, I want to say Wednesday, it's supposed to be below freezing. Ah, fuck.
Like why? Oh,
Because weather sometimes sucks.
I'm just so over
Indeed.
winter, you guys.
Same.
I'm so over it.
Same. If there was if I could ever find a little sign that says "Good riddance, winter," I would totally get it. That would be funny.
That actually
Just
is a
on
cool
the
sign.
first
They
day of
should make it.
spring, put that on the front door.
If I ever found a sign like that, I'd buy it in a heartbeat.
And there goes the peeper.
Yeah, the spring peeper was calling really good.
Yeah, I'm just that just makes me so mad that we're getting this kind of weather again. I mean, tonight's
Yeah, I know. I was really enjoying having it gone. So it really is a shame that it's coming back.
It is
I
a
can't wait
really big shame.
until spring is officially here. Although I will say we've been pretty lucky this year. It hasn't been the worst winter. We've actually had a lot more warm days than usual. I know there was this one year. I forget what year it was. Maybe 2022 or something, or 2023.
Oh, I know what year you're talking about. My area didn't get warm until or it didn't get warm and stay warm until like May. That year sucked.
We had this one year that really sucked. We had cold weather that lasted until May.
Yep,
It
same.
was absolute bullshit. And one thing I remember is that one of the wintertime birds, the yellow-rumped warbler, because we usually only have those here during the winter, and then for spring and summer
Oh
they
wow,
migrate
did
out
it
to
stay?
Canada.
Did it stay the rest of the year?
It that one year where it stayed cold until May, the yellow-rumped warbler stuck around until May.
Oh
All of the
wow.
trees had already greened up, and yet the warblers were still around. Because I
Probably
mean, if it
because it was
was
too
too
cold up
cold down
north.
here, then who knows how cold it still was up in Canada? So
Yeah,
it was probably
exactly.
still too cold up in Canada for them to migrate. But that
Yeah.
honestly sucks for them. Just
Yeah, I know.
just being stuck down south longer than they're supposed to be, and then it finally warms up. It finally
By the time they get up north, they just gotta turn around and come right back. They don't have no time.
gets warm enough for them to fly out to Canada, and then winter comes back. They only get to spend a few months in Canada before they have to migrate down south. So, yeah, just a lot of migrating for them. I hope we I hope we don't get a repeat of that anytime soon because that
Oh,
just
we better
sucks.
not. I'll be mad.
Having to
This year
deal with
better
cold
not be
weather
like
when
that.
it was just already supposed to be warming up when we were approaching
Look at that frame you paused it on. The lights look so stretched out.
June. That was crazy.
Pretty decent. Like it's not as cold as it was last night or the night before, definitely.
Yeah,
Then that's probably why the peeper's calling a lot.
yeah, it's warm tonight.
But yeah, you guys remember
Yeah, I actually heard
Or I shouldn't say warm, it's cool warm, if you know what I mean.
upland chorus frogs in my area earlier. They were calling quite a bit.
I looked it up last night. Yeah, I looked it up last night because I was curious. Spring peepers can call down to 48 degrees, which surprises me.
There was one that actually sounded close by, just because usually when I hear them, they're usually across the street from my house
As close as mine was there behind the fence there.
or out in the woods. But there was one that I could almost hear from inside my house, so it
Oh, wow.
must have been
I remember the one night it sounded like it was coming from my pond. I could I remember walking up to the door and like hearing it. That's how I knew it was there.
further away from the woods than usual because I usually don't hear them unless I'm outside.
the I just like you guys know the flags usually are coming.
The funny thing is that until I watched Windchime Lover Mr. Christmas Lover's video, until I started watching his videos,
You didn't
I
know
knew
about?
nothing.
Really?
I barely knew anything about these animals. I would hear these chorus frogs or the Cope's gray tree frogs in
I
my
was right.
area, and all I knew is that they were frogs. I didn't know what
Wow. I
kind of
guess I
frogs
taught you
they
something
were.
new.
And I know in high school I once learned about. We once studied frogs there once in one of my classes during junior year, but I didn't learn shit other than the fact that other than the fact that native frogs are facing a rapid decline due to habitat loss and the introduction of invasive
Yeah,
species.
some
That's
species
all I
are.
learned.
Like the Houston toad. There's like there used to be there used to be a lot of them, but now they're like they're like I think in danger of extinction. I swear I can't pronounce words. Extinct. Yeah, you guys know what I'm trying to say.
kid you not. I learn more from my friends and family than I do
Same.
school.
Oh my god, same. School. I don't know if it's where I have autism or what, but school didn't teach me much. I'm just gonna be honest. I didn't learn much from school. I've learned more from internet, friends, and family.
I wish I was joking, but I'm not. I just feel like I just do not learn anywhere close to enough from school. I just, yeah. It's kind of pathetic, honestly.
Yeah,
That way.
same.
Yeah, I just like the difference. I like watching the wind do different things.
Yeah, same.
I think the Chimes of Jerusalem fits nighttime really well. I like its note choice.
Oh, and just back on a topic that I've been on. I know I'm going on off on a tangent here, but just because I never mentioned this before, but because he made that video on frogs and I learned a lot about frogs from him. That one video that I made, that one bird video I made where I was on that website.
Don't tell me that was just for me.
I mainly made that video for Windchime Lover, Mr. Christmas Lover to watch
It
because
was.
his thing, because he's all about.
You know what? Stick around. I'll make another frog video for you to watch. For real, I'm not kidding. I think I saw on that video the range map, like when you were showing like the birds in your area, your mouse pointed at either far eastern Tennessee or far western North Carolina. I'll make a video about, you know what? I'll make a video about everyone in the wind chime community, or at least the ones I I know where they live and or what state they live in, and we'll see what kind of frogs they have in each one's area.
Frogs. Frogs are one of his big things, probably his favorite animals. And my big thing is birds. I'm all about birds.
Well, that is another one of my big things too. I feed the hummingbirds every summer. I like the sound of mourning doves and blue jays, cardinals, song sparrows, mockingbirds. Yeah, I just like all those birds. Hummingbirds I love.
So I thought, you know what? Since he taught me so much about frogs, I'll return the favor and teach him a few things that I know about birds.
Darn, now I wish I would have reacted to that bird video.
So
You'll have to react to my frog video if you feel like it, because I am gonna make one now that we're talking about this. I will, I promise you.
hopefully, he learned a bit from watching that video I made. Hopefully I was able to pass down a bit of my knowledge.
Yeah, you did.
I think the Carson chime actually looks cool
It
at
does.
night. I like the way the light reflects off the tubes there. That's cool.
I wonder which side of the yard's getting the most wind right now. Wow, I think this wind pattern also makes this side of the yard get more wind.
Yeah, it did.
Wow, I like that. So
Yeah, it's always nice when chimes that usually don't
so
catch
there's
back.
two wind directions that create a pattern where
I like how earlier in the morning it was like it was back to normal for a while, where the porch chimes and the bells of paradise were getting more, and then tonight it's back to what it was doing yesterday, where those chimes on the back side were getting more.
this half of the yard gets more.
Yeah, that side.
And there goes the peeper.
Yep, I heard it. I think the music of the spears also look cool at night.
Yeah, the whole tone alt
I
is
hope he goes.
another wind chime I think that fits nighttime really well.
It's funny,
Let me think of what are some chimes that sound good at night. The chimes of Jerusalem, the whole tone, music of the spears, all those chimes sound good at night. What else? Chimes of Province or Provence, Tudor Rose Queen. The Gregorians I think kind of fit nighttime too. Well, maybe those fit evening time, like as it's getting dark, not all the way to night. And yeah, just chimes with like, just those kind of chimes remind me of nighttime a lot.
it was only that one night I felt like I heard it right around here, around
Yeah.
my pond, which made me really happy. But every other night I've heard it back over in there somewhere behind the fence.
Yeah, like I said, the upland chorus frogs where I'm at, I usually hear. They're usually out in the woods, probably because they like to stay close to the creek. But I also do hear them across the street from my house, and I don't know what's there that they like.
Probably some water somewhere.
Oh, yep, it's blowing some. And yes, it is. It is at least down here in the yard, it's blowing like that way. You guys
Yeah, it's interesting. In the yard, it usually blows different ways from what the radar says.
know it usually comes that way. The flags are blowing more in the right direction. I think the wind's coming from like that way, according to the radar.
Love to see all
I
the
wonder what
wind
this
chunks
chime right
coming
here is
out.
doing.
I really hope the cold snap doesn't kill any of the blooms, both in his area
Same.
and mine. And it's tilted again.
Yeah, it is tilted. I'm done. I'm not
It is.
Earlier, like in the
unless I'm like trying to actually record that chime. I'm not gonna fix it anymore.
morning and afternoon, it was coming from like that direction, which is more normal. But yeah, now it's coming from like down that way. It's a big change. when it was coming from that way this morning, we were back to the normal pattern where those chimes were
We
blowing
really
more.
were.
But it looks like now we're back to what it was like yesterday, where these are blowing more again, which I like.
Unfortunately, it was pretty quiet in my area today. Really, I didn't really get much wind. That's why I didn't upload any windy day videos today. Pretty much just the only videos I pretty much uploaded outside were just the ones where I unboxed my new festival chime and then talked about the weather I'm supposed to
I
be
think it's
getting.
cool that you got a new festive chime.
Yeah, I just like when
I want to
I
get
just
more
like when the
festive chimes
patterns
one day.
change because I kind of, let's be honest, I get tired of watching the same thing over
Yeah,
and
I
over. I
really
hear the
do.
peeper.
What I'm tired of is the fact that I don't get enough wind. He gets so much more wind than I do. It's not
I
fair.
do. I get so
Let me see
much
if I can
wind.
get kind of close.
Something I'm wondering is, has he ever actually seen one, or does he just hear them?
Wow, what kind of question is that? Have I seen one? Of course, I've stood. I'm kidding. I've stood I've literally stood like in the middle of a whole chorus. I'll have to make that video public. It is uploaded to YouTube. It's older, but for some reason it's private. I'll have to make it public so you guys can just hear the chaos. Like literally my ears were ringing when I walked away. And yes, I do have a video of one calling up close. I was able to catch one calling. So yeah, I'll have to upload that one day. Or maybe today even.
That's my question.
Oh yeah, listen.
They have
It sounds like it's right, like literally right in those weeds somewhere. Like literally.
to me they have such an unusual call. Just not the kind of call that I would expect to hear from a frog because I never even uh, knew about these. I never even knew about this sound until again after I started watching his videos. I never knew until then that there was a frog that sounds like this. So it's just interesting to me. Definitely an unusual sounding one. Of course, I think the northern cricket frog is another one that sounds pretty weird. And
Yeah,
that
it
one
is.
toad, oh my god, what's the name of it? The Fowler's, I don't know how it's pronounced, the Fowler's toad or something. That one's also cool sounding. I do like the
Yeah, I
way that one
agree. It's a
sounded.
really cool
And
sounding
also
one.
the green tree
It is kind of funky for a frog or for a toad, but it is cool. I love it.
frog. What's that one I was familiar with?
I'd love to hear the Fowler's toad in person, but it's interesting. Um, when I go to when I'm looking at all the frogs in Virginia, it says we have them, but I've never heard them here before.
Even before watching these videos, but that's another odd one.
The American toad I have heard though.
Of course it quits when I'm trying to record it.
Kind of reminds me of the brown thrasher I was trying to
Oh yeah, I
get
saw
on
that
video earlier
video.
because I kept hearing it, but I couldn't find it. I couldn't get it on video. I had no idea where it was. I just every time it sounded close, but I couldn't see it. That was so frustrating, honestly.
Oh wow, the traffic's real quiet.
Good, the traffic's annoying.
I'm not complaining. I think it's annoying too.
Let me be
It to be
quiet for a
quiet.
minute.
You want it to be quiet. It's annoying.
Yeah, I know.
At my old house, I used to live near a lot of traffic, and it got tiring after a while because it kind of because it just competed with all the natural sounds like the birds and just the wind. It wasn't always fun to listen to.
Agree. I get tired of the
Not to
traffic
mention I would
too.
always hear people's dogs barking. That was annoying.
Oh
Where
god.
I'm at now, it's definitely more quiet. I can hear a lot more of the
That's
wind and the
good.
birds and just all the other
Yeah,
stuff
sometimes I wish I lived in a quieter area
because
too,
I'm not
like my
hearing people's dogs
grandma's.
as much and not as close to traffic.
It's calling. It's calling again.
Oh, yep.
Wow, you guys got to hear it for a minute.
It's interesting how it calls for him for like a few times and then stops and then does the same thing again.
Yeah, I just really like the sound of
It may be because it hears me or something.
frogs, which is why I have the pond. I hope eventually some gray tree frogs will come. I mean,
Yeah, I'm actually hoping to hear those again.
My area has the eastern gray tree frog. The coast gray tree frog is what Vinyl Nerd has them. Yeah, the only difference between the two is like they're called. They look exactly the same.
I swear this. I swear, just watching this guy's videos, I'm just because
You're
I just did not pay attention to frogs really
you're learning a lot.
until I started watching these videos. It's so funny to me. Just
Yeah.
I didn't know about all the different species. Anytime I'd hear a frog, it was just a frog. I didn't know what kind. Now I know that my area has the upland chorus frog and the Cope's gray tree frog.
That's a cool frame you paused it on. Look at that.
I swear.
I swear this video is probably going to be long.
you know what I find so interesting is that literally there can be puddles off the side of the road, and the frogs will like be all over them, but it can build like a real life pond and nothing will show up.
Yeah, I'm not kidding when I say
I've
that.
probably had that there for like at least probably 2 years now or more, and this is the first frog that's ever been this close to it.
Wow, that's
Besides the
crazy.
green
So-
frog that I had, which never made noise.
So yeah, like, well, I take that back. I did have a green frog one time
Yeah.
that would jump in the water whenever I got near.
I don't know if my area has those or not. I don't recall ever hearing one. I know one time I actually saw a toad at my friend's house once, but I don't know if that was an American toad or oh my god, how is it pronounced? The Fowlers, Fowlers. I don't. How is it pronounced?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Damn
sure
it.
it's Fowlers.
This is the
That's how
first
most
frog
people
I've
say
ever
it.
had that actually makes noise. Like, yes, the green frog does have a call, but I've never actually like the one I had didn't never made any noise. It might have been
Yeah.
a female,
Oh, so you just saw it there? I think
Yeah,
it's cool that you saw it. That's
which is why it didn't call. Only the male frogs make noise.
yeah. That's how a lot of that's how a lot of animals are. Usually only the males make noise because it's the male's job
Yeah.
to attract the mate. So
Most
yeah.
animals are like that, yeah.
Yep, it's the same thing with most birds. I mean, both the males and the females will make calls, but in most cases, only the male sings. The
Yeah.
only exceptions that come to mind is house finches and cardinals.
I've heard that female frogs don't really make much noise at all, really. I mean, I've heard that they can make little noises if they're not ready to mate or something, but yeah.
Because I know with bird species like those, both the males and the females sing. But I think mockingbirds might be the same way. But with most birds, only the males sing.
Yeah, I've ever shown you guys those lights before. They're really cool.
I love those. I wouldn't mind having lights like those.
There's the hot tub. It's like we got lights
That's
all
not the
around
only
it.
that's not the only thing those lights do. They do different stuff
Oh,
too.
those are pretty. Nice. I get to watch a light show.
Now they're white.
Yeah, I just figured I'd show those. Those are cool. Oh, that phone's ringing a little bit. Yeah, you see all these blooms on the trees?
Yeah,
This is why I do not want cold weather. I do not want this to get undone.
Yeah,
And I don't
it really annoys me that we're getting cold weather. That could possibly undo all the work that's been done.
want that frog to leave either.
I remember one time, I'd want to say maybe in 2022, possibly.
The year it sucked.
It was in March, and we have blooms starting to come up, and then we have a cold snap, and it snows, and it was a pretty heavy snow too. And thankfully, the blooms survived it.
Oh, that's
I was
good.
kind of worried they wouldn't, but they did survive that year, so I'm hoping this year they will too. I hope they survive the cold snap.
Because of the cold. Now the wind's blowing that way. Huh.
Yeah, those flags always do funky things.
Why? Oh, let me shake the pole a little bit.
Yeah, that one flag stuck.
Taking the time
Let me
along
get
with
that
it.
one flag
Yeah, I really
unstuck.
did.
There.
How much longer is this video?
Wow,
not
I
much
shook
longer.
those like crazy without me.
I wonder if he's actually going. I wonder if he's actually going to react to this, because I know in most of my other videos,
Well, here's your
I
answer.
said I pretty much dared him to react to a video where I react to one of
Well,
his videos. So I wonder.
And
if he's
I
gonna
listened
react.
to your dare.
I wonder if he's going to do a reaction for this. Just
Yep.
react to my reaction.
I'm doing it right now.
I mean, I did it for one of his, so.
Too. Oh, these are glowing some now.
Yeah, those were getting the most wind right there. That section of the yard, yeah.
Gee, that's a bright pole light.
Yeah, it's pretty bright. It's annoying.
Wow, for once all three of the flags are going in the same direction.
That's unusual.
That's very unusual.
I guess the peeper quit for now.
Oh yeah, there comes a little gust. It's funny, now these two over here are getting blown the most.
Yeah, the wind's kind of funky around my house. It can do that.
Well,
Yeah, that's funny. I was about to end the video and then I didn't.
Well, what?
oh, this one's ringing a little.
You were gonna. Was he gonna end the video and then just change
Yes,
his
I
mind?
was.
Even that one.
That one stopped ringing as soon as I walked over to it.
Or it was.
That one looks really cool with the blooms in the background.
Yeah, it does. It fits that spot really well. That's
Are there
why
lights
it
in
hung
the
there.
back?
Sounds like the peeper has stopped for now.
Yep, it has.
I'm wondering if more will start showing up later in the year.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping since I finally do have a frog that makes noise, the noise from that frog will help draw in others. Like other frogs will hear it and be like, "Oh, there's another one of us nearby." and then they start following the sound and then they make it here.
When the Cope's gray tree frogs start showing up in my area, because usually every year there's this one that I hear. It's usually, I think, at my neighbor's house, in my neighbor's yard, and
My grandma has some in her woods. I think, yeah, I've shown you guys her house. It has like woods all around it, and I've heard them in a whole circle before. And but I was gonna say my grandma's neighbor has, no, not my neighbor. Someone my grandma used to work for, did housework for. They have a swimming pool that's no longer being used because there's a hole in the liner. But the frogs are literally all over it every year. So, yeah, I'll have to make a video of the frogs calling in that pool if I can.
Usually, and it's usually pretty loud too. So whenever that one shows up,
There is a cover over their pool, so it is hard to see them, but you can definitely hear them. They're loud, especially when they first start. It sounds like there's like possibly 70 or 80 in there at a time just calling.
just any of the tree frogs show up, just anytime I hear one, I'll definitely get that on video and upload it.
Yeah, you should upload a video of yours.
Oh, there it goes.
As soon as he was saying it stopped. What a coincidence.
Yeah, really. Sorry, my phone ran out of storage. I had to erase stuff real quick. Here we go.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, it really was calling a lot.
Well, I think I'm gonna.
I guess he doesn't have the upland chorus frogs like I do.
No, which is funny because according to what Range Map says, we do have them, but I've never heard them around here before, so I think it's wrong.
Maybe they don't like all the traffic.
Not even at the
End the video
ponds
here.
either.
Bye.